Alright, welcome in to another showcase video. We got a old school car in this one, the BMW M3. And yes, it looks a little familiar. That's because we have customized this to look like the old Need for Speed Most Wanted M3. Sorry. That era back then though. Anyways, so we have some mesh on the front end, and I like how the person that customized this made it kind of like almost like the old school, colored paint job on this, where it's that like gunmetal silver with a sky blue. Um, so yeah, we are looking at the detailing on it here. So very layered in the body kit. So let's go around. Let's go around the sides here. As you can see, we have the KMC. So it's not BMW rims. It is. I'm pretty sure these are all. Everything on this is pretty much customized at this point. So we're going to keep on going. M3 logo on there. That's a very old school style logo. And again, the paint job. Shout out to the person that did the paint job. You can find it on Community Creations. A little bit of a roll cage in back there. Just another double check in the rims. We are going to come up to the back ends, and of course, City of Rockport. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Very, very cool. So we have a little bit of lights that we can turn on, some blinkers. This is the closest up in a virtual space that you'll ever see of this car right here. So we do have a back fin on that. If you grew up playing Most Wanted, which a lot of people did, we got dual exhaust on both sides. The bottom air scoop. No, just on the one side, excuse me. Yes, double exhaust on one side. Again, the M3 logo. And of course, it's a BMW. So let's go into the driver's seat. So if you ever wondered what the inside of the car looked like, this is it right here. Roll cage. It is a four-seater. Just your typical BMW, really, but it was made super famous by the Blacklist. It was the #1 car to get in Need for Speed. We can light up the dashboard and such. So we have very old. At this point, it's a pretty old school setup in this car. That might be a tape player. Is that like a? I'm not quite sure if that's a tape player, or if that's maybe even like an 8-track or something that goes in there. Um, Again, the roll cage. You don't see too many roll cages in the cars in this, unless they are set up for a very very racing set purpose. As you can see, everything kind of lights up and such. So the seats are kind of like um, a fox leather, I would say. I don't think it's real leather. It's probably that fox leather stuff. It's like a vinyl. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Um, yeah. Again, just a standard normal BMW. You could legit just paint one coming off the lot to look like this thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool seeing, especially the old school design on seeing like all this old like FM radio stuff and such, just the way that everything used to be put together. A couple different oh man, they even have the levers down there too for the seats and everything. Very cool, very cool. No light up top. Yeah, nothing up top here. No light, no nothing. Middle console, a little bit of leg room back there. But let's get into the race. Alright, so here we go. We are going to race the old M3 wide body on this thing. It looks just like the old Need for Speed one. Starting to drive just like it too, with the way we were sliding around the track and everything. If you go back and play Most Wanted, if you haven't played it in a long time, the first thing that you notice when you load it up is cars tend to drift a lot, even back then. It's kind of a Need for Speed thing. Alright, so overcast day, we're going to take a couple laps around. So we are not in Germany. Normally I go to a track where the car is from, but I figured since we have the whole like Need for Speed library on this thing, we'll bring it over to the States. Need for Speed took place in Rockport, so again, just being in the VR in this thing and like virtually just seeing, like having the feel of like I am in the car, it's great. So this is part of the latest updates too of all the cars that just got dropped, part of a 6-car updates for Gran Turismo. And of course, with every new car that they drop into it, you can do a full-on VR inside the car experience, like we're doing now. I hit the, yeah, I hit the brakes a little too hard going around the corner. Oh man, thanks for that. Track is very slick. I think that's what we're feeling right there. We have 2 laps. This might be doable. Let's see if we can't catch up. So this is straight up just out of the garage, no upgrades except for the tires. We're gonna see if we can't catch up to first place here. I'm gonna drive this very carefully. There's 8. An Alfa Romeo. People were getting kind of, they were kind of laughing there because I called it a Romero in that other video I did, the $20 million Alfa Romeo. Pretty sure that's actually how you say it. Oh yeah, this car is just cruising. The M3, it is a solid ride, for sure. This is just cruising right around this track. I'm actually keeping up with the Ford GT right now. It's this little spot in the track. They might need to fix that, because that is making every single car slide. You can also see the steering wheel kind of jerking back and forth right there. Okay, we have a Mazda Visions car. That's a concept car, I'm pretty sure. Alright, there we go. Wow, even the brakes and everything. This car is handling just as good as the Need for Speed car handles. Maybe even a little bit better. It's a solid ride. This is with no upgrades in it too. Just the tires. I just flipped the tires in it. Very impressed with this. Normally I don't drive a lot of BMWs, but they're not a bad ride to race with. They can actually get the job done when you need them to. Okay, the Lambo is actually trying to race right there, and so the M3, you can see right there the acceleration. It's a little less than a Lambo, but we got it going. Just got it. That's a Lamborghini driver for you. That is a Lambo driver for you. They wanted that first place. They definitely wanted that first place. Now they made it personal. See, now they made it personal. Now I'm gonna really have to race hard here. Let's see if we can't win this. I'm gonna focus in. I'm going to focus in and actually feel the car, feel the weight. So that's actually one of the things that has been upgraded with this update is the weight. The weight of the car on the grip of the tires and how much the tires can actually work and handle and everything. Polyphony working with Michelin, they're probably getting a whole other set of data for the simulation, which actually that's what they were basically saying was that like telemetry data from all the tires, working with all the tires and everything. They can actually push that data into the car and make the simulation even that much better, because this is not 100% a game. This is supposed to be a simulation. I think we're going to just come up short on getting that win. Can at least get second place. I'm not quite sure where the white flag is. Yep, there's white flag right there. So, unfortunately, we got spun out by the Lambo, but yeah, BMW M3 definitely holding its own, doing its thing. Go check it out. Latest updates in Gran Turismo 7.